We flew international with my, at the time, 19-month-old, and I have a really strong parenting belief that kids know more. That girl just side-eyed me. Excuse me, lady, you're like 13. Kids understand more than what we give them credit for. That's always been my parenting. I always talk to my child as if he is a normal child. I don't baby him at all. And security when we were flying was a really big thing for us because he has a cuddly, and giving his cuddly onto the machine without him knowing what was going on was really stressful. So we had two very stressful security situations that on the way back, when we were in Heathrow, as we were in the security line, just talked to him, and I said to him, Foxy doesn't have a passport, so Foxy has to go through security to make sure that Foxy can fly. So when we get to the front of the line, we have to give them Foxy in the tray, and he will go through and they will say, yep, he's clear to fly. And my husband was looking at me like, what the fuck are you saying? He's not gonna understand. What my toddler then did was give me Foxy straight away. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, what was that? He wouldn't understand. Be Foxy. I was like, thanks, buddy. And I made a big deal of showing him Foxy's going on the thing. Whole spiel again. Foxy needs a passport. He actually did so well throughout security. He could get swabbed for drugs, which was a bit interesting. But you know, they gotta do what they gotta do, which was also a bit upsetting for him. But he handled it all like an absolute champ. And afterwards, he was sat while we were waiting for all of our stuff to come through. And I just said to him, I'm so proud of you and so proud of what you just did. And I could see it enter his brain, and his little face was like, yeah, I did good. It got to the point then that on our last flight out of Singapore, he even walked through security by himself after giving Foxy onto the security thing. All of our stuff went, his dad went first, and he walked through. And I will give it to the security people. 90% of them, Heathrow was a bit 90% of them was so good with him and cheered him on and hyped him up and just tried to make it a really fun experience for him, because you know, security to a little toddler, not fun. If you are traveling with a toddler, explain it to them. Honestly, you look crazy. People don't understand why you're talking to them like they're your mate, but I think it helps them process more in such a scary, overwhelming situation. And I do not regret the way I ever speak to my child. He is very intelligent and very knowing from it. And that would be my biggest advice if you're flying. Talk them through the whole process. Scary world out there. They've never done it before 90% of the time. Or they can't remember if they've done it before.